it's the largest, then it's strictly a matter of size. But if it's the greatest trophy, then it is subjective, right? There have been Caspian duels where the greatest trophy was not the largest creature, recognizing the fact that sometimes the largest creature is not necessarily the most deadly.
100 legendaries still couldn't argue itself into a win.
Batted below the average on that one.
Yeah.
Now we're going after the greatest trophy, right? That's our Caspian duel.
I actually, using my expert remembering skills, I totally forget.
Well, that's a problem, isn't it?
No. We remember. No. Wilhelm remembers. I'm just going to say that.
Okay. And what does Wilhelm remember?
What does he remember?
I asked you the question, sir.
There's gotta be
I had a very different idea about what a Caspian duel was until this very moment.
I thought we implied most epic, you know, but I don't know if we actually said those words.
Oh no, I have to get the exact wording. If we said greatest or largest, and where the
It's a bit rainy today.
lies.
I guess that's nice for
But I do remember that
all the plants and stuff.
the High King did say that it's gonna come down to Gaston.
The Gasconade.
The Gasconade.
So my first job of the day is to find out why
Can be listed by jury.
apparently there is
and a Gasconade
something
is
wrong with the
where the trophies
charging
or patches
stations
of the
somewhere. I'm gonna go there and check out.
and the hunters must brag in ostentatious fashion to impress the. So it's not only what did you bring back, but can you talk it up?
Thank you. How many times did we have to kill Big Linda before we actually really killed Big Linda? Does that count to so many? You know?
I mean, it's gonna help, and that's what I'm thinking. Use we jam delirium in her and get her moving around again to show how deadly of a creature. She's not just something that dies and you can just bring out on a wagon. You gotta lure her. You gotta murder her twice.
Twice. We did more than twice.
Meanwhile, there were assassination attempts, and many people tried to kill us, which has to account for something.
After the first job, I'm gonna go drive for about
Part of your party.
40 minutes to a school and find out there's something wrong with the
Right? We have to bring back a trophy.
circulation
on
power.
the list.
No, this is just in the bragging, not in the trophies.
Oh.
Just for the bragging.
I was told to collect trophies from our assassins, but they exploded, which was a problem. Now, Monty, can I make a history check to remember?
Sure. The only reason why I'm being evasive, to be perfectly honest, is I don't remember. So I'm gonna have to check.
We're all at the whim of the recording session.
Well, I got a 17 on my history check, and I say it's the greatest trophy.
Okay. We're gonna
History check.
we're gonna roll with brainstorm. So I employ the greatest and oldest deep magic a dungeon master can muster. That is the ancient art, the magic of red conjuration.
Using red conjuration, it is now the greatest trophy, which means that we can collect multiple trophies and use that to brag our
Yeah, I
points.
purchased the
There.
British F4
If it was the
Phantom
largest,
Yes,
let's
something
see with that.
yesterday in War Thunder. That was
Can we
I
buy?
mean, who knows? They
really
might not
nice
have got the
jet
big worm. They might have
compared
just
to the
found
ones I
the
have.
small worm, the baby worm.
Let's say it was the greatest and largest. The largest and greatest. Maybe it's both. It's got to be big. It has to be big and amazing.
Which is why 100 Pigeons Larry failed again.
Maybe they're smarter about their wagon choices. We don't know. They might have just got an oversized wagon. They maybe only had one wagon that they could have brought, and they got a big wagon for a small trophy.
But they got something. But it's clear that they're bringing back something big.
Well, I have some thoughts, friends. Thought number one is if they're headed to the crater, I would say it's best to stay out of their way.
Oh, I'm listening
let them have the
to.
crater. Also, the chances of dying in the crater are extremely good.
I'm listening to a podcast from Canada called Dungeons it's made by the Dungeon Dudes, and they are playing a Dungeons and Dragons 5. I don't know, is it 5.0 or 5.5 rules? The storyline is called The Dungeons of Drakenheim, and they're in season 3, which has the name Fate of Drakenheim. It's yeah, I really enjoy it.
And I would like to leave them to that chance. I do know that we have both the dragon and the execution, but I would say that with the goal of getting me on the throne, removing a potential weapon that we would have access to if the crown allows me to control it, would actually end up possibly being a negative for us. There is a chance that in the long run, in the grand scheme of things, both the executioner and the dragon could be under our control in the future. So killing one might not be a good idea. That leaves us with wandering around Drakenheim looking for something bigger that isn't one of the constructs of the city and isn't in the crater.
I've been to the castle, and speaking of the long term, the forward thinking, if you will, one day we're going to have to go in there and clean the house. So why not start now?
Lord Commander, what are your thoughts on this?
I think, we hear about all these terrible creatures in Drakenheim. You can't have taken them all out already, Pluto. There's got to be something hiding in the ruins.
We left some. It's, we're not the great at sweeping the whole floor. So
I'm even thinking there were some really, dangerous ratlings out there. Not rat critters, because rest is so
Apparently,
sensitive.
you guys had sent me
There
the
was some
information about the job, sent me the wrong
where they're
phone number,
lurking,
so
likely
I don't have the contact information to the guy
So
I'm supposed to
They
talk
likely-
with, so that's nice.
We'll have to eventually make it to the castle anyway for the crowning ceremony and to free your father. And how dangerous is the castle? Are we talking like as dangerous as the crater, just below? What's your experience? You two have been to both.
Castle is quite a surprising place. We have been there. We have seen spaces ripped and other worlds. So who knows what kind of monsters would.
Yeah, there are some nice roads, but in the west of Norway, I haven't driven there myself yet. But a lot of those roads are not as nice because one lane somewhere in like the areas with a lot of fjords and stuff, like one lane on this highway can be both lanes some places over there apparently. Driving a truck and stuff like that can be really apparently really challenging sometimes. skilt som symboliserer at man har rullestol.
We found demons. We found wasn't there like a guy turning people into trees or something? We heard about.
Oh no, that was myself.
Yeah, he was a guy.
Yes, that was in the. We went into the dream version of Dragonheim, and there were druids, and there was that was a whole different story. We're going to try to avoid Dreamenheim
Yeah,
if
that
we
sounds
can.
like it's just if all that's there, like there's gotta be some like big.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Wilhelm, from even your own recollection in your conversation with
The only difference, I think, is that at least my father told me, I'm not sure if it's correct, some highways in Sweden, you have like this right or left side, you have the, just like now, basically it used to be a bus lane, or it still is, but apparently you can drive, you're supposed to drive to the right there, and if emergency vehicles need to pass by. I've seen that outside of Torsby at least. But basically we have the same rules. A little different coloring system, but I wish we would have the same as USA, where if there was no cars coming from the left and you could drive to the right on red if it was clear. Oh, someone hit that sign. God. I need to get some coffee later. Oh, it's not in Swedish, it's just we have almost the same written language, I guess, so. There are sometimes we have English translations for the electric signs as well. Or the electric boards, I guess. Yeah, they really like rondeller in Norway. Or rundkjøring, as it's called here. Yeah, it's raining lightly. Oh, hello, Mr. Crow. Yeah, let's see how far I get without charging today, because I didn't charge the car at home today because there's something wrong with the connection between the system that is tracking my charging. It's supposed to be an automated system that gives me money back each month when I'm charging. But I got the mail saying that there was something wrong between the Volkswagen account and that system. So if I need to charge today, I'm gonna, for the first time ever, use fast charging station somewhere. If I do need it, because this car has such a long range, I don't need to fast charge. I can just charge from home or using a home charger without problems. 99.9. Oh shit, I have to go to the left. But I do still have 28 miles to go, so that's 67% battery. Oh, do I have to park? Oh, fuck that, I'm gonna try driving into the garage. Yep, I'm driving a Volkswagen ID. A Volkswagen ID bus is the proper name. Okay, so there are no garage. What? Huh. Okay, this is the area, but it's either in those houses to the right there, garage buildings, or oh no, I see charging ports over there. 28 miles. Well, 1 mile is 10 kilometers, so 285 kilometers. Norway and Sweden uses the same miles. Neolad. something. Those are charging ports. Okay. So I guess there's an issue down here somewhere. Der er strøm. Skåråsen 2 og 3 borettslag. Yeah, I think it's something here. Do I see charging points without power? No. Oh, those two. Can I drive here? Without crashing into anything? Yeah. So I'm guessing the charging stations are inside these garage blocks or buildings as well. Oh yeah, well. Okay, so everything is working here. Well, I guess I gotta cut the stream because I need to use the phone I'm reading chat with to call. I guess I'll see you guys later when I'm going to the next job.